Okay, so let's begin. So today I'm going to show you how to apply false lashes like a pro. So let's go. All right, the first thing you're going to need are your strip lashes. These are 3D faux minks, but and those are my favorites right now. But back in the day, it used to be a little Ardell wispies, demi wispies, like whatever, just as long as it's a strip lash. I prefer to use tweezers. Some people don't. It's just all about preference, but you get a precise application when you use tweezers, so that's what I like to use. You're going to need your glue. I have two here, but I'm going to use the black. But my favorite glue right now is the Duo Strip adhesive. It's really good, and that's what we're using. I like to line my eyes, so I got a little black eyeliner here. You don't have to do that, but I like to use that. And that should be it. So let's go. So I have been wearing my lashes for so many years, and so I struggled at first. I struggled with the application, but it's just a few key things that you have to remember in order for this to go smoothly. So just follow along. So what I first like to do, usually I'm putting on makeup. Most of the times I'm not, but even when I just apply lashes, I like to add a little powder to my eyelid. I don't know if this actually does anything, but it's just a preference for me. So and this powder, there's no color in it. To me, it just makes things matte. Maybe takes away the oil from the eyelid. I don't know. It's just what I like to do. So just a little powder, nothing serious. And then I like to line my eye. Oh, I forgot one major thing for me, which is a portable mirror. Excuse how dirty it is, but yes, have to have me a portable mirror because I like to get in close, and that helps me. When I'm too far away from the mirror, things can go wrong. I mean, now I could probably do it, but it's just a comfort for me. I just pick this up and I go. So I'm gonna add my eyeliner. Nothing crazy. I'm not really about to do anything. I just like to add a little bit just to fill in gaps because there may be gaps. Most of the time I don't have them, but there may be. So I just like to add just a little. So if I come in a little closer, I'm adding it just to this part here. Literally, I'm not winging it because I'm not wearing any makeup right now. There's no need. This just helps to blend your lashes, make them look really good and real. So I'm gonna do the other side. Just a little thin strip. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Just a little bit. You don't need that much. So now that that's on, I take my lashes. Again, I said that a lot of people, like when you have lashes like this, these are the 3D lashes, so it's a lot more lash. So I could apply this without a tweezer, but back when I was wearing like lashes like this, for me it was just hard to do. So I've always used tweezers to apply my lashes, and it's just how I like it. So even with these, I still take my tweezer Make sure it is free of any glue, because if you wore these before and you clean them, then there might be glue. So just make sure they're free of glue, anything. And I place my lash in there, not too close to the lash line because I don't want to get glue on it. So I do that, and then I take my glue. This is black. I prefer using black. I have used the Duo clear quick set. I do like this, but I don't know, I just prefer using the black um glue. It's just a preference. I think Duo is really good, and I also prefer the little wand adhesive. I don't really like the tubes. I don't buy those anymore. It's just too much glue. With this, you get a great amount, and then what you do is just slide it across that lash band. I like to do a little extra on the tips because if you wear lashes, you know sometimes they like to lift at those corners. So just do a little extra. Sometimes I come and add a little more just on the top of the rim, not touching the lashes, but still just on top. And so now we have a great layer of glue. Now, what you want to do is, and this is the most important part when applying lashes, you have to let this dry a little bit. It has to get tacky. If it is not tacky, it will slide all over your eye, and that's probably the main reason why you're watching this video now, because lashes are hard to put on when you don't let that glue dry. I'm telling you, save some time, let it dry. So if you're applying your own lashes, you can blow. But if you're applying somebody else's lashes, please do not blow on people's lashes. Don't do that. That's nasty. But sometimes I take it and fan it, and sometimes I just kind of sit, maybe do something else. I used to like maybe play with my brows. I've seen people like do both lashes and set them to the side, but for me, I just kind of hold it because I feel like if I set it to the side, I'll forget. That's just me though. Anyway, so I guess it would be good to know the exact time, but I believe that all glues are different. My cousin had a glue that was kind of like a hair glue, but it was for lashes, and that glue took forever to dry. So I just want to say that you kind of got to learn your glue. You got to learn your glue, but it's definitely not a put your glue on and go. That's gonna mess you up. So I'm still drying. The worst you could do is let it completely dry and then you'll just have to add more glue. But if you go too soon, you risk it going all over the place and not sticking, because the goal is to, once you place that lash, it stays. It doesn't move around. That's when you know you've let your glue dry enough. But if you put it on and it's sliding and it's up here, you didn't wait long enough. So because I only had a thin strip and I've glued it, I've let it dry, I think we're ready to apply. So for my lashes are not that long, so it's easy for me to see the placement, but this is where I am trying to get, where I put that liner. So that's a good tip too. If you put the liner, then you know exactly where you want to place your lashes. And this is where, well, I can try and do it without. Let's see if I can do it without. So we're placing this lash, and I like to place in the middle first. And look at that. Just give it a little tug just to let you know that it's not going anywhere. So now after you place in the middle, you place corner to corner. I like to do my inside corner first because of this gap here. Like, I don't like it too wide and I don't like it too close to the inner corner. So I like to place that corner first just in case I have to readjust. And then now that I know it's still not going anywhere, we take that tweezer and push that right on the line where you put your liner. It's there. Look at that. Easy peasy. She's not going anywhere. And that is how you do it. Now, if you need to see that again, we're going to apply the other eye. So no worries, sis. So what you want to do, take your lash. My lashes are a little dusty, but that's okay. Make sure, I do this every time because the most disappointing thing is when you go to place your lash and it has glue on it and it takes it with you. It's just frustrating. So every time I just kind of wipe in just to make sure no glue is on my tweezer. Then I place my lash in the tweezer, grab my glue, and then let's apply. So we're applying from corner to corner on the entire band. Again, I like to put a little extra on the ends because they are prone to lifting. Sometimes it's just certain things that make them lift. And then I like I said, to apply a little bit to the top of it. And then there we go. Then we're gonna wait again. Again, do not, if you're applying somebody else's lashes, do not blow on their lash. Don't do it. It's probably not even good to blow on your own lash, but that's what I do. And so we waving it around. We just want it to dry. And this is, I promise you, this is the number one thing to remember. If you let that glue dry, you're going to have half as many problems as you do regularly. So, I think you get the gist, but you have to make sure it's dry. I wonder if there's a way to check without ruining things. Oh, yeah. So, I touched that and it kind of didn't come off on my finger, so then I know that's ready to go. So, again, I'm going to place it on that line. I know that's the closest to being at my lashes. I like to put it right on top of there. Make them look like they're coming right up out my lash line. So here we go. Let's see. So I need my mirror still. So, and look at this. This is curved. Sometimes you may have to do this. This is just to get the box curve out of there so that it'll form to your eye better. So you just wiggle it slightly just to kind of get it up out of there. So now look at that. That's a little flatter, and now that's going to lay on my lash line a little better. It might work for someone else's, but not mine. So again, we're putting on that lash line. I like to go middle. So if you can see that, and then I can already see that it's a little too in. So I tugged it slightly. And then I'm going to put this corner down. It looks a little too in still. Alright, and then I'm going to put this corner down. And then I'll go in and just kind of push with the lashes so that all of it is touching my skin and it is all adhered nicely. So pushing in. So that looks good to me. At this point, I will go on with my makeup routine, or if you're not wearing makeup, go on about your business and you are good. Now, it will take a little time to get this, but if you remember one thing from this video is allow your glue to dry. You allow your glue to dry, you're gonna be good. I mean, not dry completely, but it needs to be tacky in order to stay in place. So, there's one final step that I like to do to my lashes, but it has to happen a while, like when they've kind of really set. But I'll try to do it now just to show. So, like if I was commuting to work, I would go about my business, finish in my routine, commute. I would probably get in the car and then, like maybe before I take off, or even sometimes if I remember while I'm driving, I like to press the lash into my lashes. So I'll just go through, press, 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 press. To me, when I started doing that, it was a game changer for me because it just really made them look like these are my lashes, honey. Yes. And so, honestly, I feel like you can see the difference here. This one looks really like seamless, while this one, I don't know if you can actually see it. I can see it. And so, and see, you have to let it dry because if it's still too wet, it'll like stick on your finger and you might risk pulling the lash off. I've done that too. Don't do that. So just let it dry and then push that into the lash line and you are good to go. So I hope this video helped you. Leave a comment if you have any tips or tricks that work for you. And until next time.